Hello everyone. In this series, we are going to start solving all the SQL LeetCode problems related to join. And I can promise you, by the time we are done with joins, you will be an expert in joins. You can solve any problem into the interview related to joins with confidence. Now, if you are thinking, why learn SQL LeetCode from me? Because there are tons of videos already available. Well, here is the deal. We are not just going to write out the solutions. I'm going to use the super cool animations to break down the concepts and make them super clear to you guys. So instead of memorizing the answers, you will understand the core concepts in a way that you can apply to any problem. This approach will give you the skills to solve problems on your own, not just follow a formula. So if you are ready to get started and take your SQL skills to the next level, let's dive in. First, I'm going to solve this question because this is the first question under the category basic joins. Replace employee ID with the unique identifier. So let's open this question. Okay. So whenever you will get any scenario based question, one big scenario is there. Just within a second, scroll down to the whole question and check, is there any sample input output they have displayed? If yes, go through it. So here you can check two tables will be present, employees and second is employee unique ID table. UNI is a short they have used. Okay. And in output table, what we have to display? Check the column names, not the data. Unique ID column, which is a part of employee UNI table. And we have to display name column, which is a part of employees table. So in output, we are combining the columns from employee uni table and employees table. Okay, understood. So immediately check. If we wanted to perform joins between these two tables, is there any common column? Yes, it's there. So we have to consider these common columns and we have to perform the joins. So now you might be thinking, ma'am, which type of join? There is inner join, left, right, self. How we will get to know which type of join we have to use? Very simple it is, guys. Let's understand through one simple animation. Now listen each and every word very carefully. These are our sample input tables, correct? And this is the sample output table they are expecting from us to display. Okay, understood. These are the common columns which we have to consider while performing the joins. Okay, understood. So now check in the output. If we compare this ID column with this ID column from employee unique ID table, have we returned only matching records from this table or we have returned non-matching records also? Check, see. For 1, is there any match in this column? Check for 1, is there any match? Because these are common columns, right? So immediately match. Is there any match? No. So 1, for 1, what is the name? Alice. Is Alice present into the output table? Yes. So we have to return matching, non-matching both records. From which table? From employees table. So 101%. We have to use either right join, left join, whichever you want, guys. It depends upon which table you will keep on the left side, right side. Okay. So we have to perform either of the join. Let's consider left join. We will consider this employees table at left side. Okay. So why left join we have to use? Because see, left table is employees. So from employees, we are returning Alice. But Alice does not have any matching ID into the ID column of employee unique ID table. So that's why we got to know non-matching records also we are returning. Okay. Is there any match for 11 in this column? Check. I hope my cursor is visible. Yes, we have the match. So are we returning this name in the output? Yes, we have. So matching, non-matching, both the records we are returning from employees table. So let's start comparing. See, is there any match for 1? See, is 1 matching with 3? No. Is 1 matching with 11? No. Is 1 matching with 90? No. Now next, is 7 matching with 3, 11, 90? No. Is 11 matching with 3? No. Is 11 matching with 11? Yes. So as soon as matching record is there, we have to target it. So as soon as if we find the matching records, what to return? So from employees table, name we have to return for matching records, guys. And from employee unique ID table, we have to return unique ID. So from this table, this is the matching record. We will pick name. See, name we got over here. And from this table, this is the matching record, right? We will pick unique ID. This is the unique ID. In the similar way, we have to find out for all others also. For 90 also we have a match. So see, from employees table for matching record, we picked name, and from employee unique ID table, we picked unique ID. Got it? Similarly, we will target 3 also. Is there any match for 3 in this column? Yes, we have. So from this table, we will take name, and from this table, we will take unique ID. So you can check one has been displayed over here. Got it? So let's write the query for this. This is the query. Okay, but before that, see, matching records we checked. For 11, there is a match. For 90, there is a match. For 3, there is a match. Is there any match for 7? No. Is there any match for 1? No. So these are the non-matching records from employees table. Still, have you displayed non-matching records in the output? See, Alice and Bob. But for this non-matching records, what value should I pick from here? Nothing. So that's why null. We don't have any match. Okay. So from employees table, we have fetch matching records plus non-matching records. So left join. Okay. So this is your query, guys. Look here. Select from employees, left join employee unique ID. Okay. On which column? Inside employees, see, employees dot means go inside the employees table. Target ID column. If it is equal to employee unique ID, dot means go inside this employee unique ID, target ID column. See, here we have targeted. Okay. If they both are matching, see, equality operator we have used. So we are telling employees.id, go inside employees.id first, this. Is it matching with employee unique ID.id? No, it's not matching. So like that, we have to check for all the records. But if you find any matching records, then what to display? From employees table, we have to display name. So we will write select employees dot name, comma, employee unique ID dot unique ID, like this. Employees dot name, employee unique ID dot unique ID. Return these columns if these two values are matching. Left join means this is the left side table. Even though there is no matching record from this table, still you fetch those records and display in the output. And for this non-matching records also, what we have to display? Only name. Okay. From this table, we are fetching only name. That's all, guys. This is your final answer. So let's execute it and let's verify whether we are getting the same output or not. Okay. What to select? Always we have to decide last. Okay. We will just write select. From which table? From employees. We can use the table aliasing here. E is the table name. Okay. Temporary table name. Then we will write left join. Okay. With which table? Employee unique ID table. For this, I'm going to give the table aliasing as employee UNI, EUNI, like this. Okay, temporary names. Next, on what condition, what in all the common columns we have? So I'm telling, go inside the E. E is the temporary name we have given. Okay, go inside the E and target ID. It should be equal to go inside UNI and target ID. If they both are matching, what to return? Go inside the E and target name and go inside EUNI, employee unique ID, and target which column? Unique ID column, correct? So here I'm going to write target unique ID column. I just copy pasted, okay? So this is your query. Let's run this. Now you can check all the test cases got executed. I'll click on submit. Done. So successfully we have solved our first question on joins. See you in the next video.